Hello everyone, welcome to Eclectic Tarot, and for those of you who are frequent viewers, there's only a handful of you at the moment of recording this, but I really do appreciate you. So much love. Yeah, tried to make a heart shape. I'm sorry that I haven't really been making tarot videos as much as I usually do, but yeah, there'll be a channel post about that if you want to read it. I'll put it in the description if I remember to for those interested, and for the rest of you, let's get into your tarot and oracle reading. If you're new here, I do oracles first and then tarot, so that's how I do things. Long format is my way to go, and this is a door that is opening for you right now. So, as I'm getting my archetype cards, let's ask, what kind of door is opening? And now I want you to think, what kind of door would you like to see open? Career, love, home, something else? And what kind of doors would you welcome being opened? And what kind of doors would be as a surprise to you? What would be unwelcomed to you? Because if we can answer these questions before we start, or get an idea about it, you can always pause if you want to take a little note down of how you feel. How would this reading affect that answer? Okay, so now I'm getting into the question. What kind of door can be expected to open for these people? The Destroyer. Something is ending. Okay, and is there anything else that goes with this? The One. You're the one who destroys, or you are being guided to be involved with the one that destroys. Now, does that mean the destroying god, somebody like Shiva, or a chaos god, somebody like Loki? Or does it mean that this ability to destroy is within you? Is it something more primal, something like the demiurge? Or is it something maybe not in the spirit realm, but in the physical realm? It could very well be pointing to a job opportunity, so a chance to destroy something, a chance to destroy any bonds you might have had to something you didn't like. Or more playfully, maybe your job is to destroy a construction worker, maybe. And on the bottom we have the poet. Destruction is poetry. And why did the term destruction is poetry come from my mouth? I'm not sure. But I let whatever flows flow. Okay, so before I get runes, I'm going to get a chakra card or two. Okay, so what chakra or chakras, energies in the body, does the person or people drawn to this video need to work on? Thank you. Heart chakras, we have growth and grief. We grow when we face our grief and work through it at our own pace. This destroying process is going to feel bad. It's going to feel like grief. You're going to mourn the loss of a life or something that you had. And when I say a life you had, I mean the road that you've been traveling is changing now. You're at this crossroad moment and it's changing now. Let me grab a little piece of paper if I can get this without knocking everything down. Okay. So you are here. Yeah, you are here. And you thought your road's going normally this way. But you are being asked to either go back or to take another route. Maybe you didn't realize that this pot of gold There's supposed to be a dollar sign. This pot of gold is up here because you thought it was here. But this is actually just a dead end. So it's going to feel grief, like grief, because that's a really bad drawing, I know. But it's going to feel like grief because you're moving away from something that you thought you belonged to, or someone you thought you belonged with, and you're taking a different direction now. At the time of recording this, it is a season full of emotional changes. And I think that that is reflecting here with this door that you need to open. You have been sealing it up. You have been hiding it. You've been ignoring it. You've been ignoring the signs over here because you wanted to go your way. But now you've been told you have to go this way. Destroy what does not serve you. Now on the bottom is insecurity. There's a little devil figure on here, if that imagery is relevant to you. Okay, so what rune represents this group? Now these have animals on it. If I feel I need to, I can grab a word card from this pack of cards here to give you some ideas. Okay, so what rune is for this group of people? If you don't like slower paced videos, I'm probably not your reader of choice. I apologize for that, but I'm also not going to change who I am. So you've got Algiz. Algiz is protection. Algiz is about having the confidence to move through things. And I do feel like there's another rune. I was going to put the deck to the side, but there's another rune in here. Okay, what is the other rune for these people? What else do they need to know? Isa. Okay. You've been in this frozen state, and it's time to move beyond that. It's time to move beyond this frozen state. I'm actually going to move them over. It's time to break the ice, destroy the ice, move beyond this frozen state, this state of impermanence. No, yeah, it is a state of impermanence. It's impermanence that you thought was permanence. But you need to move through that, knowing that you are protected as you go through this. Protected by financial security, protected by your own confidence or your own values, protected by an external force, maybe a god, a guardian, an angel, or maybe you work with demons. I know a lot of people don't tend to like that terminology in this kind of space. However, there's lots of different people out there, right? I'm not going to tell you what to believe, and I'm not going to tell you my beliefs here. If you're interested in my own beliefs, that would be on my main channel. But you need to grow now. Growth comes from surrendering the seed. And the surrendering process feels like grief. Okay. Moving into, not the Moon Witch yet, into the Green Witch. Okay. What is on the other side of this door? Or what represents the key needed to unlock it? What from this deck represents the key needed to unlock this door? It's not there. Okay. Oh, it's you. Affection and duality. Affection and duality. Loving yourself enough to know, do you see it, this green theme here? You need to love yourself enough to know that you deserve better, and you need to be in duality. The two serpents are intertwined on the same staff. The light and the dark, the mundane and the spiritual work together, and you need to balance them out to make this work in your favor. Focus on what it is you need. Okay, and what is on the other side of this door? Am I allowed to know in the oracle section what's on the other side of this door? You don't. Things come and go. Surrender to the universe. It is time to surrender this seed so that it can grow. And the universe, the gods, your ancestors, They all have your back, and they have the best for you in mind. You need to just surrender and trust that this door has been placed before you for a reason. Okay, is there anything else from this deck? Count your blessings. Understand that there was growth here on the path that you are currently walking. And that growth has taught you so much, but now it's time to move on. But you should be grateful for what you have and what you've learned here. Angel therapy cards. Now I know that Doreen Virtue, the author of this deck, is not exactly favored in the spiritual circles anymore. I don't care about her. I care about these cards. These cards have personal history with me, and I could talk about them on my other channel if you want me to. But just because they're angel cards doesn't mean an angel is talking to you. Could do, could be, but any kind of guardian or guide messages can come through here, as well as the deck I'm going to use after this, which are my occult tarot, which are demon cards. And again, it doesn't mean that a demon is talking to you, but it could be. You know, whatever guides want to speak through these cards. Okay. What is on the other side of this door? You need to speak with your ancestors. That's what the mediumship card is screaming out to me. Speak with your ancestors, speak with gods, reach out to your guides, and they will help you find the key to unlock this door, and they are there for you as you travel through this door on this new path. Okay. Now, sometimes there are negative messages on the demon cards because I help people typically view them, but of course that doesn't apply, or if you feel it does to you, you're more than welcome to take that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, as a lot of tarot readers say. Okay. Thank you so much for flipping this card over. And this is Salos, or Salos's card. Causes love of women and to men and men to women. So this is echoing this affection card up here. So it's love. Either a partnership with somebody else or a partnership with yourself, or to understand that your guardians, your guides, your gods, your ancestors, they love you and they are here for you in this process. So whether you're swapping into a new job, people love you, people support you as you're traveling into this new job. If it's a spiritual change, a change of heart, change of beliefs, people are here to help you, people are here to guide you. And if it's a personal thing, maybe you're seeing the affection cards come up and going, well, I just broke up with somebody. This is letting you know that you're still loved and you are still lovable. You're worthy of love, just as you are. It's just that didn't work out. This one era has ended, it's been destroyed, what needs to be destroyed in order for a new one to begin. You're still loved and you're still lovable, and you were needed here. Okay, so I'll be moving into tarot now, and I need to put them on the top. Actually, I'm going to move these off. So pause now to get a glimpse of this the best you can with my camera quality, or come back to this timestamp if you need to see it again. So I'm going to move them over here. I'll put them away later. Okay, so let's get some tarot. So tarot, can you tell me what is on the other side of this door that this group of people need to open? This is the main card coming out here. This is the Two of Cups. So all that love echoing is saying to me that you need to focus on yourself, and you need to focus on self-love more than I'm seeing this as loving from another person. Although your guardians, not your gods, your guardians, your guides, I was trying to say both words at the same time, they love you. Your gods love you deeply. But I'm seeing this as self-love. Loving yourself enough to know that you need to move on into this new era. And I'm not really feeling any other cards. So I'll give it a little shuffle. I'm not feeling really any other cards from in here. Explains why I wanted 3 decks of cards if it was just that one message. Okay. Okay. What else is on the other side of this door? Other than a renewed sense of love for oneself. The Magician. You have the power to create the life that you want. You can turn this seemingly destructive force, like you see, I don't know if you can see very well, you see the shadowy spirit coming out of their I forgot what you call them in chemistry. It's been a long time since I paid attention to chemistry class. But you see that seems like a destructive force, right? There's a skull. But it's been released. Something has been released, so something new can be made. Reading those books, learning what you need to learn. Maybe chemistry does apply to you. Chemistry of love, too. Maybe that does apply for a small amount of you. But you have the power, ultimately, to create whatever life that you want. You are the creator and the destroyer. Destruction is necessary for something new to be made. Okay, something just flipped over in here. Let me see what that was. That was the Knight of Cups. So, look how big Cups message going on here. This is the Headless Horseman. But he's still holding aloft that pumpkin. Don't lose your head in this situation. You don't need to lose your head, so to speak. The Knight of Cups, to me, is representing someone who is very confident in who they are, emotionally, mentally, and in the terms of their dreams that they can create. They are pursuing it because they know that they can create it. If they align their dreams to what they can create with love, it's a big circle of loving yourself enough to know that you have the power to create what you want in the mind first before it manifests in reality. Okay. And any final messages? Oh, this card slipped off the top, and I'm feeling that that's relevant. This is the Eight of Cups. Walk away from that old path and allow yourself to move on into something new. Okay, and any final cards to say what's on the other side of this door. What is on the other side of the door? Thank you. Okay, so you've done the reflection work, and now the Son of Swords is the Knight of Swords. Now it's time to speak your mind and move into this new era. You're working hard. You're zooming forward into this new path. I do feel like that one's relevant as well. And that is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles can sometimes represent being tripped up in the idea of the lack mentality. But you, I'm seeing, are moving away from the lack mentality by choosing to embrace what you've already got and making that work out for you. You're literally playing the cards that you've been dealt. This looks like a well-oiled machine to me. All the cogs are turning. Everything and everyone is working just as it should. And I think that's a very beautiful message to end this with. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and many blessings to you and yours.